Okay, students, now we move forward to Unit 2. Okay, Unit 1 is done. Overall, we have 9 questions in Unit 1. Now we are going ahead with Unit 2. What does the Unit 2 has in it? It is MIS, that is Marketing Information System. Then we have CB. CB is nothing but a consumer behavior. And then we have MS again, that is market segmentation. This entire chapter or unit is divided into 3 topics, okay, 3 subtopics. So now I'm going to give you the brief of all the entire unit. In totality, we have 7 questions in Unit 2. Now first is, let's start with MIS, that is Marketing Information System. What exactly is MIS? Again, question can be associated like, what is MIS? State its features. What is MIS? State its essentials. And what is MIS? State its components. So these are the questions that can be asked from these for MIS. What is MIS तो एक कॉमन हो सकता है, ओके, तीनों में, बट फिर उसके अलावा फंक्शंस, फीचर्स पूछे जा सकते हैं, कंपोनेंट्स पूछे जा सकते हैं, या फिर एसेंशियल्स पूछे जा सकते हैं. ओके, सो नाउ व्हाट इज इट? I'll just give you a brief about all it फटाफट एकदम. What is MIS? Marketing Information System. What we understand by MIS? MIS is nothing but gathering the information, okay, gathering and maintaining or accumulating the data of the customer that is useful in making any of the business decisions. Like, I have to gather the information from the market regarding what products are in demand, what does customer need and want, what is the way through which I have to market the product, who are the various competitors, what are the products that the competitors are giving to the customer or offering the customers, who are the new rather I'll say what are the substitutes which are available in the market. So basically I'm doing analysis, I'm gathering the data, I'm doing the analysis of the entire market information. Okay, that is nothing but marketing information, and when these information has been stored in the computer format, it becomes a system. Okay, these data are never remembered by an individual. So what is done? Different people, different department, they gather the information and they store it in a system. That is why it is known as Marketing Information System, that is MIS. Let us start with the features. First feature is it is a systematic process. MIS is pit pat systematic process. Like, सबसे पहले डेटा कलेक्ट किया जाता है, वो पूरे कलेक्ट डेटा को सॉर्ट किया जाता है, उसके बाद उसको स्टोर किया जाता है, उसके एनालिसिस होते हैं, और एनालिसिस के ऊपर से वो स्ट्रैटेजीज एंड डिसीजन मेकिंग में हेल्पफुल होता है वो डेटा. सो इट इज़ अ स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसेस कंप्लीटली. इट इज़ अ सिस्टमैटिक प्रोसेस. ऐसे ही आज कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल गया और उसके ऊपर मैं डिसीजन ले लूँ? नो, आई टेक द इन्फॉर्मेशन. इफ आई एम द MIS हेड और इफ आई एम द मार्केटिंग हेड ऑफ द कंपनी, आई टेक द इन्फॉर्मेशन from everybody, I gather it, I sort it out, okay, I store it, I then start analyzing it, and finally these analysis helps me in taking the further decision. Okay, the second feature is it is a continuous process. Why? Because my entire market is dynamic. Okay, customer, सबसे पहले marketing information किस पे focus करता है? Customer पे. Second, it focuses on various competitors. Now these people change every day in, day out. Customer के need, want, praise, preferences, likes, dislike changes every day. Similarly, depending on that, competitor also comes up with the new product on regular basis. So I have to carry out this MIS activity on a continuous basis. Third feature is collect market information. It always keeps on collecting market information. Market में क्या trend चल रहा है, क्या नहीं चल रहा है, क्या what people expect, what products they want, what services they want, why they want a particular service from a particular company. So these all information has been gathered from the market itself. Next, these all information gathered, once it is analyzed, it is for future. Okay, it has not been used in the current time, it has been used in the future. Like, company takes feedback from the customer. Now that feedback is not immediately applied, but that is for the next day or the next time when the customer visit. Definitely they have to work for the future plans. Okay, so the feedbacks or this MIS has been maintained in order for taking a future decision. Next is, again, as I said, it is completely purely computer based system. Entire information which has been gathered is been stored in the system, computer system, and then the analysis are again conducted by the computer itself, and the decision is then taken on depending on the analysis by the manager. Okay, next is it is used at all levels. It is not only always used by the top people, it is used at all levels. Now basically in an organization there are 3 levels, that is top, middle and lower. So ये completely ये जो है process, okay, that has been used by all the 3 levels. Next we say is it helps in decision making. Yeah, as I first and foremost as I said, in systematic process, that entire data is collected, assorted, stored, analyze why all these steps have been taken, so that it helps in decision making. All right, then what are the components now? So again, in feature also the components are included. Now components, what are the components? That are the parts of these MIS. Now there are components are divided into 4 parts. First is internal record. The data of market has been taken either from the company itself, ओके भाई कंपनी के डेटा जो भी है, ओके लाइक फाइनेंसेस कितना है, हमारे पास स्टाफ कितना है, हमारे पास प्रोडक्शन यूनिट की कैपेसिटी क्या है, ऑल दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन इज टेकन फ्रॉम द इंटरनल रिकॉर्ड्स. देन सेकंड इज द मार्केट इंटेलिजेंस सिस्टम. नाउ मार्केट इंटेलिजेंस सिस्टम इज नथिंग बट द but basically these are the people that are the experts, okay, who get the information from the market, that in particular situation how the customer is behaving, or if there is a condition applied to purchase of any of the product, how customer will behave. Now what are the purchasing habits of the customer, etc. That is all this intelligence system is take care of. Okay, the third is marketing research. Research is nothing but searching, again researching about something, okay, which has already been searched. नाउ अगेन मार्केट रिसर्च इज बीन कैरिड आउट कि भाई मार्केट में कॉम्पिटिटर क्या कर रहा है, कौन से प्रोडक्ट ला रहा है, कैसे ला रहा है, क्या मटेरियल यूज़ कर रहा है, कौन से सप्लायर्स है, कस्टमर की क्या नीड्स डिमांड्स है. सो बेसिकली इफ यू सी द एंटायर टॉपिक इज रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड द कस्टमर्स एंड कॉम्पिटिटर्स एंड ऑलमोस्ट एवरी पॉइंटर हैज द सेम एक्सप्लेनेशन. So the only thing difference is over here is the heading, that is market research is being carried out so that it helps the company to face a critical situation. All right. Next is the fourth, that is it helps the marketing decision support system. Like the fourth component is marketing decision support system. By the analysis of the various data, it helps to make the decision, or it helps in making the decision, quick decision making. Basically it is not that easy, but yeah, quick and reliable decision. मेरे पास कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं और मैं डिसीजन लूँ ना, तो वो एक अंधेरे में तीर मारने जैसा होता है. बट मेरे पास पूरा इन्फॉर्मेशन है, उसके पूरे एनालिसिस है, देन आई टेक अ डिसीजन, देन इट इज़ रियली हेल्पफुल एंड इट विल हैव डेफिनेटली अ गुड रिजल्ट, बेटर रिजल्ट देन द डिसीजन विच इज टेकन विदाउट एनी इन्फॉर्मेशन. Okay, so these are the components of MIS. Next we go for the essentials of a good MIS. भाई एक अच्छा MIS हम किसको बोलेंगे? Like for example when we say a leader is more effective, but what are the qualities of a leader? Similarly, like let's say qualities that he has to be presentable, he needs to have command over his language, he needs to be confident enough. Okay, these are the features when we talk about leaders. Similarly अगर हम MIS system accept करते हैं और implant करते हैं अपनी कंपनी में, so वो अच्छा MIS है वो कैसे पता चलेगा? सबसे पहले तो वो unified होना चाहिए. Unified means what? It is a pull of information from all the segment, from all the levels, from all the people in one particular, at one place. Okay, so it has information of everything. It has finance, marketing, HR, production, every damn thing you say, and it has a unified information from all the places in one centralized place. Then at fast, yes, it is because it is computer based, the results and everything is quick. Okay, next is flexible. Flexible means alteration is possible anytime. Yes, like for example, if wrong data has been fed in, it is very easy to alter and get the new results and the new data. Next, it is MIS should be a decision support system. MIS is not used for time pass. It is basically used for what? For helping the managers, marketing managers, to take appropriate decisions. Next is economical. First time installation might be expensive, but later on maintaining the same MIS, okay, it becomes economical. Economical means affordable again. Okay, next is selective. It depends on the person, from person to person, what information basically they want to put it in the computer. हमारे सबके घर में almost computer, and we know what information we want to put, what details we want, what results we want. We definitely put the information. We do not put the entire information. Company do not put the entire information of everything, but yes, whatever they feel that can have or help them in decision making, or what is relevant for their company, they definitely put in so that much detail. Next is MIS should be compatible with the culture of the firm. Like for example, if the MIS, if the company is following strict culture, like in formal culture where the only focus is work and pure work, then MIS should be like that. If the depending on the culture of the firm, if it is going for a long firm or a tall firm, depending on that, the MIS should be used. Okay, next is future oriented, as when I was explaining you MIS, what is MIS or features of MIS, that time only I said that it is future oriented. The data which is collected, it is not used for the on the spot decision making, but yeah, it is definitely used for future decision making. Okay, and the last is it always uses the latest technology. MIS doesn't use old age or outdated technology. They focus on always the new technology. Alright, so first question is done of MIS, that is what is MIS, features of MIS, component of MIS and essential of good MIS. In totality, there are 3 questions which have been taken care over here, but overall it is 1 question related to MIS. Okay, next we go for is marketing research. Now what is marketing research? Just now I explained you in MIS, but there is again a second question related to marketing research. Now in research, again there are 2 questions that can be taken care of. That is what is marketing research, that is the meaning of marketing research, and the second comes is the what you can say, features. Okay, now what is marketing is common. So first question which comes up is what is marketing, stated features, the marketing research, stated feature. The second question which comes up is what is marketing research, explain it process. So in totality, when you talk about marketing research, there are 2 main questions which needs to be addressed. Okay, now first is what is marketing research. Marketing research is nothing but designing, gathering, analyzing and reporting the information which has been gathered, okay, for making a specific marketing decision, or rather to solve a specific marketing problem. What it is designing, gathering, analyzing and reporting the information. Okay, मतलब marketing research क्या करता है भाई, पहले तो सबसे पहले कभी हम रिसर्च कब करते हैं, जब हमको कोई प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है. ओके, सो we get encountered with the problem, then we start finding out the solution. Now how we start finding out the solution? By getting the information from all the sources, that what are the possible solution to this problem. Okay, then out of the so many solution or alternative, we shortlist that which is the best suited for us. Okay, finally we accept one solution and then we keep a follow up or a recheck or a review whether it is that the problem has not reoccurred. Okay, so marketing research का भी यही काम है कि वो डिज़ाइन करता है, इन्फॉर्मेशन गैदर करता है, एनालाइज करता है वो सारे इन्फॉर्मेशन को, और उसके बेसिस पे एक रिपोर्ट बनाता है, सो दैट द प्रॉब्लम विच हैज़ बीन existed, okay, that can be solved. Understood marketing research? Now what are the features? Again, marketing research is a continuous process. First thing, marketing research सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम होगी तब करेंगे ये ज़रूरी नहीं है. Research is always done for the even the of in customer also. Why? Because what product I need to come up next with, ये मैं वेट नहीं करूँगी कि कॉम्पिटिटर आ जाए उसके बाद में उसको कॉपी पेस्ट करके करूँ. No, I continuously do on the research work so that I can understand what next will be the demand of the customer, or what next successful product I can deliver it to the customer. So market research is a continuous process. Second, it has wide scope. Marketing research is not bounded by certain boundaries or limitation. It has a very wide scope. Okay. Third, it is a systematic and scientific process, like as I said, designing, gathering, analyzing and reporting. It is a very systematic process. You cannot just collect the information from anywhere and directly make a report on it. No, you have to properly gather information, you have to analyze that information. What is needed, that only has to be put in the report. What is not needed, that can be excluded from the information that is gathered. Okay. Next is it collects and analyzes data. As I said, yes, it has been gathering. After gathering what? Yes, a company needs to analyze that data. Analyze is nothing but giving an understanding to whatever the data is collected. Next is different methods are used in order to collect the data. It can be verbal, it can be through direct customer feedback, it can be a middleman can be used, or this gathering of information can be outsourced. So there are different methods which have been used in marketing research. Next is it is connected with MIS, as I have explained you marketing research in MIS as well. Yes, that marketing research is a part of MIS as well. MIS के अंदर भी क्या हो रहा है, हम सर्च कर रहे हैं इन्फॉर्मेशन को, और मार्केटिंग रिसर्च क्या है, एक कॉम्पोनेंट है, एक पार्ट है MIS का. Okay, and the last is it is a tool which is helped in decision making. Again the same as MIS. मैंने इतना रिसर्च वर्क क्यों किया, मैंने इतना इन्फॉर्मेशन गैदर किया, एनालिसिस किया, रिपोर्ट्स बनाया, क्यों किया ये सब, सो दैट एक पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम है उसको हम या फिर मुझे कोई डिसीजन लेना है उसके लिए ये मुझे हेल्पफुल हो. सिंपल, क्लियर. नाउ देयर इज़ अ प्रोसेस ऑफ This was the first question. Now second question is explain its process. Now process starts with first step, that is identifying a problem. There is a problem which has been occurred, which has been identified by the company. Now for the solution, okay, the search is started. The second step come is the research objective. Like, is that problem so grave? Okay, why the research needs to be carried out? In order to recapture the market, in order to retain the customer, in order to get back the brand switcher customer, or in order to face the stiff competitor. What exactly is the objective behind the research? प्रॉब्लम क्या है, प्रॉब्लम के बेसिस पे हम ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट करते हैं. ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट होने के बाद द थर्ड थिंग इज नाउ डिजाइन द रिसर्च प्लान और द लेआउट. अब मैं रिसर्च कैसे करूँगी? मुझे कस्टमर के पास जाना है, कॉम्पिटिटर्स के पास जाना है, सप्लायर के पास जाना है, मिडल मैन के पास जाना है, होलसेलर रिटेलर के पास जाना है, या फिर ऐसे व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द प्लान और लेआउट. कितने क्वेश्चन पूछने हैं, क्या फॉर्मेट होगा क्वेश्चन का, कितना टाइम लिमिट देना है हर कस्टमर को फॉर्म फिलअप करने के लिए, ऑल दैट. वेदर इट विल बी फॉर्मल इंफॉर्मेशन टेकिंग और इट विल बी इनफॉर्मल वे टू आस्क द क्वेश्चन. This is the complete design how the research work is going to be taken place. Next will be determining data needs. From whom, like for example, certain question like हम project बनाते हैं तो सारे data हमको secondary मिल जाते हैं, like Google search करके. Now there are two way of gathering information, whether it is secondary that is available on net, or whether I will go for primary, that is the fresh hand information directly from the customer or competitor or whosoever I want to take the message data from. The next is determining data sources. Now sources again is the same as data needs, like primary source use karungi ya secondary. Primary is something which you are getting the information for the first time. Secondary is something which already somebody has searched and you are just using the available information. The next is sampling design. Now obviously I have 100 crore population. All have the ability or the potential of being my customer, but it is not practically possible for a company to go and do a research of all 100 crore population. So they decide a few sample who represent these entire population. Now what will be that sample like? What will be the mix of male female, or what will be the age group of the sample, or whether it will be education, based on education, it will be based on income level. So that entire sampling design has been taken has been processed in this step. The next, after sampling design, from these samples the information is being collected. Once the information is collected, the same information is being processed. After the information is being processed, these information is being given to the people who are in need of them. So they will then do the analysis and interpretation. If I am the computer person, I will gather the information which is gathered, okay, I will process it. Then I will make the analysis report and I will pass it on to the manager, who will interpret according to the problem, and then he will take a decision. Okay, so next step is after interpretation, it is presenting the data, and finally once the data has been presented, the relevant suitable action has been taken, decision has been taken, and it is being implemented. Once the implementation is done, then there is a regular follow-up which has been taken by the managers. Why? So that the solution which they are able to find out, okay, is appropriate or not. In order to keep a check on that, they do a follow-up. Clear with the research process? Okay, am I going too fast? If it is fast, then I'm extremely sorry. I'll make my tone or my pace a bit slow. Okay, next, now we go for the third question, that is consumer behavior. Now what is consumer behavior? It is nothing but we both are consumer. Now how we behave, okay, when it comes to buying a product or a service. Now there are various factors that influence our behavior, like cultural factors. The main broadheads are cultural factors, social factors, behavioral factors, and psychological factors, and there is something known as others also. Okay, but we are definitely focusing on the first four factors. Abhi customer behavior में क्या question आ सकता है? Give a write in detail about customer behavior. एक ऐसा plain question भी आ सकता है, or there can be a question which will say that explain the what is consumer behavior, nature of consumer behavior, and explain the discuss the factors affecting consumer behavior. So what is consumer behavior is again the common thing. Okay, nature of consumer behavior is, you can just see, because it has just features, which are addressed over here. The main focus is over here in consumer behavior is the factors that affect. Okay, so that we are going to do in depth in brief right now. What are the factors that affect the consumer behavior? First, as I said, there are mainly 4 factors. First is cultural factor. What do you mean by cultural factor? Cultural factors are nothing but the values and ideologies of a particular community or a group of people. Like for example, I'm Jain, I behave in a particular manner. There might be somebody who is Brahmin, they behave in a particular manner. So basically these is known as culture. हमारे background, हमारे values और ideologies जो हमको बचपन से मिलते आ रहे हैं. Like for example, I am Jain and we have been taught not to have non-veg. Okay, so I just carry that tradition with me, I follow that trend, and also I have joined the race of being a Jain and not having a non-veg. So this is a culture. So whenever a company is trying to showcase a product, or they are trying to sell a particular product, they have to understand how a customer behave. Now customer behave differently in different situation, but ultimately the factors almost remain the same. Okay, now in culture, that is, first is culture, that is the broad head. Then there are definitely something known as subculture. Like for example, Gujarati, if being a Gujarati is a main culture, again from Gujarati I am Kutchi, so that becomes a subculture. There are people who will be known as South Indian, that is a main culture. In South Indian there is Tulu, Mallu, Tamilian, Keralite, these are known as subcultures. Again in that also there might be some different subcultures. Okay, so these are, again, now main value ideology of the culture is different. Okay, and when it comes to subculture, they are not exactly identical to the culture, but yes, in some way or the other they are associated to the main cultures. Next is social factors. Social factors are nothing but the society, like for example your family, friends, reference group, colleague. Okay, so these influences your behavior. Family ने कुछ बोला, like for example when you want to buy a fridge or something, okay, you are highly influenced by the wife decision, okay, or the mother's decision, that मम्मी ने ये बोला तो यही buy करना. If it is related to finance decision, then usually the male takes the decision, okay, regarding where the finances need to be put. If you want to buy any of the car or anything, or if you want to join a classes or college, highly your friends and friends and relatives influence such decisions. So consumer behavior again differs from depending on the social groups or social factors. The third factor is personal factor. Personal factors are nothing that is your own personal factors, like age, then social class that you want to show people that you are following, or the lifestyle that you want to follow, then the occupation, the earning capacity, that is the economic condition. These all also influences the buying pattern of a consumer or a behavior of the consumer. And the last factor is psychological factor. What do you mean by psychological factors? It is nothing but the mentality, okay, the mental factors. Like for example, perception. I don't mind to say that I had a perception, or my point of view was that Samsung is a good brand. After buying the product, after looking at their services, I'll say it is the worst brand I have come across ever. Okay, so this is the perception, psychological factor. Now next time if anybody asks me to buy Samsung product, I will definitely avoid buying. And from that day when I have faced such a certain situation, okay, from that day I think that was past, like 3 years passed away for that, in that situation, or that experience which I had. From that day till today, I have not allowed any of my family members, or even I have not allowed myself to buy any of the Samsung product. Okay, so इतनी नफरत हो गई है वो product से, वो company के, वो brand से. So that is again a psychological factor. Again, why? Obviously because of bad experience. You definitely had certain perception, certain point of view. Because of bad experience, that has gone to more level down. Okay, so these are, and again motivation act as what? Psychological factor. So understood in brief what exactly are consumer behavior factors, or factors affecting consumer behavior. It is again, once again, culture, which include culture, subculture. Then it is social factors, which includes your reference group, like your family, friends, relatives. Okay, then third is your personal factors like age, income, gender, again occupation, lifestyle, status, social class. Then the fourth factor is again is the psychological factor, which includes your motivation, perception, etc. Right? So by this our consumer behavior question is being done. The next question is the buying decision process. Like for example, before we think of buying a product, or before we purchase any of the product, we actually follow a particular process. Let us understand that process. First thing is identifying the need. Like for example, जब भी हमको कोई प्रोडक्ट बाय करना है तो पहले उसकी नीड होनी चाहिए, वांट होनी चाहिए हम में। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल अभी नवरात्रि चल रहा है, मुझे गरबा खेलना है, मुझे फाल्गुनी में जाना है, दिस इज़ द नीड विच इज़ बीन आइडेंटिफाइड बाय माई सेल्फ कि नहीं अब मुझे आज तो कुछ भी हो जाए मुझे गरबा खेलने जाना है और वो भी मुझे फाल्गुनी का एक खेलना है। सो नेक्स्ट स्टेप व्हाट इट इज़, अभी ये मेरे में नीड अराइज हो गया, नाउ व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल डेफिनेटली ट्राई सर्चिंग आउट फॉर द इन्फॉर्मेशन लाइक फाल्गुनी के गरबा कितने बजे स्टार्ट होते हैं, कौन मेरा ग्रुप है या कौन फ्रेंड्स है जो आने के लिए रेडी है, पासिस के रेट्स क्या है, व्हाट ड्रेसेस आई एम गोइंग टू वेयर ओके सॉरी बाय व्हाट टिल व्हाट टाइम द गरबा आर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड टुडे। सो आई विल ट्राई टू कलेक्ट द information from various sources and you know I will try to decide whether to go or no. That is again the next step, but first is I have identified the need. Second step is what I am gathering the information. The third step is I will go on evaluating the option. Now evaluating option means what, पहले मेरा नीड है कि भाई मुझे गरबा खेलने जाना है, तो गरबा खेलने के लिए वेदर आई वांट टू प्ले इन माय बिल्डिंग, whether I want to go for Falguni, whether I want to go for Preeti Pinky, whether I want to go for Kora Kendra, there are so many places where Garba is organized. So I have so many options. Now all these places are different entry rates. In my building there is no entry fee at all. Okay, so now these are I will evaluate all the points accordingly. Okay, and the best option okay is being selected and then I take a purchase decision. Like I say, आज फाल्गुनी में 1000 रुपीज़ का पास है, कोरा केंद्र में 500 का पास है, प्रीति पिंकी में 200 का पास है, मेरी बिल्डिंग में फ्री है। आई सी गो आई प्लान नहीं कुछ भी हो जाए मुझे फाल्गुनी जाना है, मेरा पूरा ग्रुप फाल्गुनी जा रहा है, आई डोंट माइंड स्पेंडिंग 1000 रुपीज़। सो देन आई गो एंड फाइनली परचेज द पास ऑफ फाल्गुनी एट 1000 रुपीज़। आई हैव मेड द डिसीजन ऑफ आई हैव ऑलरेडी परचेज द प्रोडक्ट। Does the process stop over here? No. The last step is post-purchase decision. Post-purchase behavior, not decision, I'm sorry, post-purchase behavior. अब मैंने 1000 रुपये का पास ले लिया, अब मैं अच्छे से तैयार होकर जाती हूँ फाल्गुनी में, वहाँ जाके देखा कि फाल्गुनी पूरे 2-2.5 घंटे के शो में सिर्फ 15 से 20 मिनट गाना गाने को आती है। What will be my behavior? आज ले लिया वो ले लिया पास, नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं क्या किसी को भी सजेस्ट करूँगी कि मत जाओ फाल्गुनी। क्यों? क्योंकि 2 घंटा 2.5 घंटा पब्लिक उसको सुनने, उसको देखने, उसके सॉन्ग्स पे गरबा खेलने जाती है। एंड व्हाट इज़ द यूज़ इफ शी ओनली कम्स फॉर 15-20 मिनट्स टू सिंग अ सॉन्ग, योर 1000 रुपीज़ इज कम्प्लीटली वेस्ट। सो नाउ दिस इज व्हाट इज नोन एज पोस्ट परचेस बिहेवियर। It was the experience was bad, so it turned out to be negative. But if it would have been कि यार 2 घंटे गए, पूरा 2 घंटा फाल्गुनी ने गाना गाया, इतना मज़ा आ गया, it was really I really enjoyed it. Now this was positive. So next time whenever Falguni comes up, I will definitely go for that. But if my experience was the one which I discussed first, okay, if that experience I would have, then next time I would never suggest anybody else to go for that Falguni Garba. So this is what is buying decision process. Okay, so again the next question has been done of buying decision process. Next we go to market segmentation. The next topic is market segmentation. What do you mean by market segmentation? It is nothing but dividing the market. Okay, I am dividing the market based on obviously certain factors, but why I need to divide the market? So that I can understand where my exact target customer is lying, and I have to take full-fledged ways and means to attract and retain my target audience. Rather than attracting all customers, my main focus has to be on my target audience. That's why what I do as a company, I divide the market. Now this division is known as market segmentation. Now in this basically you have 3 questions, okay, like what is market segmentation, features, importance and basis of market segmentation. Okay, features and importance are almost that can be read by your own self, but the basic which has more emphasis on these market segmentation, that is the chances of coming this question in the exam are high, that is basis of market segmentation. Now what are the basis? There are 5 bases on which my market segmentation is depending. Like for example, when the company thinks of dividing the market, on what base they do this division? There are the 5 different bases. Company uses any of the one or combination. Okay, first division is taken on the basis of geographical location or geographical segmentation, dividing the market based on geographical location, like rural, urban, semi-urban, region wise, okay, state wise or country wise. What am I doing? I am dividing the market based on the geographical location, that is boundaries. मुझे मेरा प्रोडक्ट इंडिया में बेचना है, चलो पहला geographical हो गया. सेकंड, इंडिया में महाराष्ट्र में बेचना है, ये सेकंड और डिवीजन हो गया, महाराष्ट्र में मुंबई में बेचना है और डिवीजन हो गया, मुंबई में वेस्टर्न लाइन में बेचना है और डिवीजन. सो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, आई एम डिफाइनिंग माई मार्केट बेस्ड ऑन द जोग्राफिकल boundaries or geographical location. Second segmentation comes is demographic. What is demographic? It is on the study of population. Now in population, what do I study? I study age, gender, occupation, income, income, then as I said, family size, race and religion, then family lifestyle. These are the factors which I study when I want to divide the market on the basis of demographic. Like for example, मुझे ज़्यादा लड़कियाँ हो या वहाँ पे बेचना है, so I need to understand where the females are more. That is, I study or divide the market based on the demographic, but specifically on gender, division. Okay. The third segmentation is done on the basis of sociographic. The third division is based on what? Sociographic. Now what is sociographic? It is nothing but the further the sub points which are included in sociographic is social class, culture, your reference group, subculture, etc. Basically how you are connected with the society. The society has the influence on the customer that we have seen already in consumer behavior. So now I am dividing the market on the basis of reference group, on the basis of culture, on the basis of social class, etc. Okay. The next fourth division or the segmentation is done on the basis of psychographic segmentation. Psychographic is nothing but again the mental factors. Now mental factors are further bifurcated in two parts, that is lifestyle, how a person wish to be, wish his lifestyle to be, and how he wish to have his own personality. Like for example, if I want to sell a Rolls-Royce car, I will definitely not sell it in Virar. I will go and sell it in the townside area. Why? Because people over there, the lifestyle of the people over there is definitely high and rich class people. So I am going to definitely go for the psychographic segmentation, and I will sell my product in the town area. Okay. And the last segmentation is behavioral segmentation. Behavioral segmentation, what do you mean by that? It is the it is based on the response towards a particular product by the customer on the basis of loyalty patterns, buying patterns, again user rate, user status, etc. Clear with the segmentation? Yes. So what is market segmentation? And basis, as I said, although features and importance are also a part of market segmentation, but the most important question comes from this is the basis of market segmentation. Moving further, we'll go for the next subtopic, that is niche marketing. The next subtopic is niche marketing. What is niche marketing according to you? This is not the term which has not been which you people not be aware of. It is although a recent concept, or in recent time it has been more popular, but this concept is again a renowned concept, so people might be aware of that. Okay, or you students are aware of this. What is niche marketing? Now niche marketing is nothing but there is a small group of customer, okay, a real small group of customer which have a specific needs and wants. Like for example, again iPhone products, okay, iPhone company, iPhone launched a new phone, that is iPhone 7. Does the entire 125 crore population can purchase that iPhone? No, they are very small size of population. As we have heard that पूरे इंडिया में 10% लोग ऐसे हैं जो एकदम अमीर हैं, and there are 60% people who are in the middle class, and the rest 30% people are below in the lower class. That is, our entire society is divided into 3 classes. So depending on this percentage, now the people who are falling in the 10% category, these people definitely their needs and wants are very much specific in nature. Like for example, buying a Rolex watch, or buying a Rolls-Royce car, or a BMW car, or going out for every vacation, going for a outdoor tour, like foreign countries and all that. So these people, okay, are filthy rich people. Their demands are very much specific, their need and wants are very much specific, and the companies, okay, try to analyze these needs, okay, and they try to provide the product to these niche group. Niche is nothing but a small group. What is the meaning of niche? It is nothing but a small group. Okay, like for example, Rolls-Royce is a car which everybody cannot afford. For sure, Mumbai में 1 crore population रहता है, 1 crore 20 lakh population रहता है. Hardly you will see 2 to 3 Rolls-Royce which are roaming around. So out of 1 crore 20 lakh population, 1 or 2 people are having that Rolls-Royce car. So what does this indicate? That this market for the niche product, okay, these are the exclusive products, okay, expensive and exclusive product. But again, the demand is everybody wish to have a Rolls Royce, but everybody do not have the capability or affordability to buy that Rolls Royce car. But there are few people, okay, because of this use their status symbol, or you know, because of the lifestyle that they have, okay, they can afford, they do buy these products. Okay, now that is known as niche marketing. Now niche marketing has certain advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages? That it is product specialization. The features that are available in these products that for offering to the niche market are very much specialized. Okay, like कोई भी हे या कॉमन फीचर्स नहीं दिए जाते वो प्रोडक्ट को, उसमें एक स्पेशल एक टच होता है, एक स्पेशल फीचर होता है, बिकॉज ऑफ विच दैट प्रोडक्ट बिकम्स वेरी मच यूनिक. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज फर्स्ट मूवर एडवांटेजेस. फर्स्ट मूवर एडवांटेजेस मीन्स व्हाट, दैट द basically these people have that status craving. Okay, like for example मेरे पास पहले iPhone 7 आया मेरे पूरे ग्रुप में. So what is that? That is, every group has that one person who is, you know, who has that different complete status level only. So they have that eagerness to have the unique product by their side. Okay, before that goes to you know, it goes viral to everybody, they have that craving for having the unique aspect of the product for the first time. Okay, that yes, मेरे पास ये सबसे पहले आया. That is again one of the advantage. The next is narrow competition. There is not lot competition. Why? Because the number of customers that a company can get is really few. So every company do not tend to enter into this segment. The next advantage is help हाई प्रॉफिट मार्जिन. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक रोल्स रॉय कितने की आती होगी? 10 करोड़ की. यस, नाउ इन 10 crore हाउ मच स्पेंडिंग माइट बी, और कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ मेकिंग दैट कार, let us consider even 50% of the manufacturing cost, still company has a high profit margin. That is 5 crore is not a small amount. अगर मेरा पूरे साल में एक कार पे बिकता है तो 5 crore is really not small amount. Sorry, 5 crore is really big amount to earn as a profit. Okay, next is business stability. Yes, because continuous innovation and you know needs and wants of there are few customers, so for company to understand their need want, it is very easy. Why? Because they can have direct feedback with the customers, and according to the feedbacks and understanding their need, tailor made or customized products can be brought in easily. So business की life longevity बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, and they can be stable over the years. Okay, next is it reaches target audience easily. Why? Again, target audience is few in numbers, so it is very easy for the company to reach the target audience. Next is suitable for small firms. These kind of products are usually suitable for small firms to manufacture. Why? Because if the firm is really big, then the cost of production goes high. Okay, and then these big firms cannot tend to cater the small customer. They need huge customer base in order to improve their efficiency, in order for their survival. Okay, next is expertise. Now the people who are offering, the company who are offering these niche group, okay, they are expert in their field. Like for example, we can talk about Rolex watches. Okay, I have seen one Rolex watch which was 10 lakh rupee worth. अभी वर्थ है कि नहीं वो बात की बात है, बट 10 लाख रुपये का कॉस्टिंग था. ऑब्वियसली हर कोई 10 लाख रुपये की वॉच पहनने में बिलीव नहीं करता, बट उसके अंदर ऐसी कुछ एक्सपर्ट कुछ अच्छे टेक्निक्स थे या कुछ अच्छे फीचर्स थे जिसकी वजह से दिस कंपनी वाज एक्चुअली चार्जिंग 10 लाख रुपीज़. व्हाई? बिकॉज इट वाज प्योरली ऑफ गोल्ड. पूरा गोल्ड प्लेटेड था, तो ऑब्वियसली प्लेटेड भी नहीं, पूरा गोल्ड का था, तो ऑब्वियसली दे आर चार्जिंग फॉर दैट. एंड दीज हैव अ स्पेशल एक्सपर्ट टच ऑफ द मैन्युफैक्चरर फॉर विच दे आर चार्जिंग सच अ गुड अमाउंट. Now these was for the advantages side. Let us see and focus on disadvantages of niche marketing. First is low profit. एक बाजू मैंने तुमको अभी एडवांटेज में हाई प्रॉफिट बोला, एक बाजू मैंने तुमको लो प्रॉफिट बोल रही हूँ डिसएडवांटेज में. हाउ इज दैट पॉसिबल? हाई प्रॉफिट डेफिनेटली व्हेन वन यूनिट इज सोल्ड दे अर्न गुड प्रॉफिट, बट एज कंपेयर टू एक कस्टमर को सर्व करूँ और वही टाइम पे 10% कस्टमर को सर्व करूँ और वही टाइम पे 60% क्राउड को सर्व करूँ, विच इज गोइंग टू अर्न मी फेच मी मोर प्रॉफिट? डेफिनेटली इट इज 60%. For that I have to leave that niche group, I have to come down for the mega or the mass groups. Okay, so that's why if you compare it with the mega or the mass group, these customers are these companies make a low profit. Then second is increase in competition. एक तो वैसे ही कस्टमर कितने 10% के कस्टमर, उसमें एक कंपनी जब तक है तब तक वो अच्छा प्रॉफिट बना सकती है. नाउ व्हेन मोर देन वन कंपनी और टू कंपनी इन्वॉल्व, इट इंक्रीज द कंपटीशन एंड देयर बाय द प्रॉफिट. ऑलरेडी प्रॉफिट कम हो रहा है, उसमें भी कंपटीशन बढ़ गया तो प्रॉफिट और नेग्लिजिबल हो जाएगा. द थर्ड इज एडवर्स इफेक्ट ऑन स्मॉल बिजनेस. एज आई सेड, इट इज दीज कंपनीज दीज ग्रुप्स हैव बीन टारगेट बाय द स्मॉल बिजनेसमैन. नाउ एक तो प्रॉफिट कम है, सेकेंडली कंपटीशन बढ़ गया तो फिर सर्वाइवल ये स्मॉल बिजनेसेस का डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है. इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर द स्मॉल बिजनेस टू सर्वाइव इन दीज स्टिफ कॉम्पिटिशन वेयर द कस्टमर बेस इज रियली स्मॉल. Okay, then and the last as I said, the other drawback again is the survival. Yes, survival of these big companies is really difficult. Why? Because these 10% population, again, it is not an assurity that they are definitely going to buy the product. So if depending on this 10% customer, I try to come up with a product, and if these customers do not accept it, then the business definitely go for a shutdown. Survival really becomes tough for these companies. So that's it when it comes to niche marketing. Niche marketing topic can be asked in short notes. Okay, it is a relevant question which can be asked for the short note. Next and the last topic of unit 2 is product positioning. Now what do you mean by positioning? Positioning, as we have already discussed in unit 1, that positioning is nothing but creating a place in the mind of the customer, and that place has to be always in the number 1 position. Why? Because ultimately what is reflecting over here in number 1 position, when I go out to make a purchase, I'm going to pick up that product itself. A simple example, again मैं वापस वही दोहराऊंगी, Pepsi and Thumbs Up. We all are well versed with this product Pepsi and Thumbs Up. Okay, but still their company always do an advertisement, or comes up with a sponsorship, or do something or the other form of marketing in order to be in front of the customer most of the time. What is the reason? Why? Because they want to stay here, they want to stay at number 1 position in the minds of the customer. So the moment customer को प्यास लगी जैसे वैसे उसको कुछ और ना सूझे बल्कि पेप्सी और थम्स अप ही उसके नाम मुंह से निकलना चाहिए. ओके, वो ही नाम निकलना चाहिए, वही प्रोडक्ट जाके वो अल्टीमेटली बाय करना चाहिए. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज प्रोडक्ट पोजीशनिंग. व्हेन यू थिंक ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स वेयर, तो सबसे पहले दिमाग में नाम आता है एडिडास या नाइकी. डेफिनेटली डिपेंड्स ऑन पर्सन टू पर्सन हाउ दे परसीव द एडवर्टाइजमेंट. बट अगर मेरे दिमाग में अगर मुझे पूछा गया कि स्पोर्ट्स वेयर कौन सा लेना चाहिए, तो मेरे मुंह से एडिडास निकलेगा. वाई? अगेन बिकॉज दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द एक्सपीरियंस एज वेल. सो प्रोडक्ट पोजीशनिंग, पहले तो एडवर्टाइजमेंट क्या करता है, हेल्प करता है एक नेम यहाँ पे क्रेव करने के लिए. उसके बाद एक बार वो यहाँ पे आ गया नाम, देन यू पर्सन गो एंड परचेज इट. इफ द पर्सन इज satisfied with the product, then the positioning becomes really strong. Okay, so in this question what we are going to understand now, what is the important when it comes to product positioning. What is product positioning? That is the meaning of product positioning. Again, the definition. Next it comes is the importance of product positioning and the strategies of product positioning. So in short, 2 छोटे question है, meaning and definition, and 2 big question, that is importance and strategies. So now quickly I'll go through the importance and strategies. What are the importance of product positioning? First is it creates a separate image. Like every product is different from one another in the terms of taste, in the terms of packaging, labeling, in the terms of brand, in the terms of ownership, everything. Okay, so positioning helps what to make for a customer to identify between his product and the competitor's product. So it creates a separate image for every company and the product. Second importance is differentiate offering. Positioning, when the marketing is done, and the positioning focus on what, मेरा कंपनी ये प्रोडक्ट दे रहा है, मेरे कॉम्पिटिटर का कंपनी ये प्रोडक्ट दे रहा है, या मेरे का प्रोडक्ट में ये फीचर है, कॉम्पिटिटर का ये फीचर है. दे ऑल्दो दे डोंट कंपेयर. ओके, बट डेफिनेटली इफ आई से दैट सस्ता नहीं सबसे अच्छा. Now this tagline is for one of the cement company. Now Bangur Cement, if you have heard about that, सस्ता नहीं सबसे अच्छा. So what is that? That they focus, differentiate क्या कर रहा है वो कि भाई वो सबसे अच्छा वाला सीमेंट, सस्ता सीमेंट नहीं है पर अच्छा वाला है, मतलब महंगा मिलेगा पर अच्छा, सबसे अच्छा है वो. सो दे आर फोकसिंग ऑन व्हाट, एक तो आइडेंटिटी इमेज क्या हो गई, डिफरेंशिएट हो गए, प्लस वो लोग कौन सी चीज़ में स्पेशलाइज है वो कस्टमर को समझ में आ गया. डिफरेंशिएट इन ऑफरिंग्स. द थर्ड इज कॉम्पिटिटिव ऑफरिंग. नाउ हाउ, लाइक एग्जांपल टाइड एंड सर्फ एक्सेल, they showcase each other product, okay, by blurring the name, but they try to analyze that भाई मेरा competitive advantage क्या है. मेरे टाइड से पूरे कपड़े वाइट हो जाते हैं, और सर्फ एक्सेल का क्या है, दाग अच्छे, भाई कोई भी कैसा भी दाग हो, कोई भी स्टेन हो, सर्फ एक्सेल यूज करने से क्या होगा, सारे स्टेन दाग सब निकल जाएंगे. सो बोथ आर हैविंग देयर ओन कॉम्पिटिटिव ऑफरिंग. ऑल्दो अल्टीमेटली क्या है, कपड़े धोने के काम आता है, बट ये वाइट कपड़े के लिए स्पेशली टाइड, एंड ये वाला क्या है, हर टाइप के कपड़े के लिए. ऑल्दो दे ऑल्सो शोकेस वाइट क्लोथ ओनली, but they focus on what, stains and everything. Okay, next is focused marketing and advertising effort. Positioning, how they want to position in the mind of the customer. Like for example, when you talk about Red Bull का advertisement क्या कहता है, give you wings. Okay, now give you wings, you literal sense में तुमको wings नहीं आते, but that is the way through, you know, that is a way a company wants to position themselves in the mind of the customer. Advertisement वैसे की गई है. Basically what is Red Bull? Red Bull is nothing but an energy booster or energy drink. Actually when you drink it you feel more energized. Okay, so it doesn't give you in literal sense wing, but yes, it gives you the capacity to work that extra hours, okay, for some extra hours. So that is complete advertising efforts which have been taken by the company in order to portray their product in such a way in the mind of the customer. Okay, next is clarity amongst customer. Yeah, positioning clarifies or give a clarity that what is my brand, what is my logo, what are my products, and what are the competitors' products. Okay, the next is increase sale. Yes, positioning, as I said, एक बार यहाँ पे positioning हो गया, ultimately consumer is always going to go and buy the same company products, so it will help the company to increase their sales and thereby increase the revenue. Next is proper selection of media. Yes, positioning is important, but how the positioning is done using various forms of media. Now the media which has been selected has to be selected properly. If I want to do positioning in village, if I select the media as television, do you think it will be helpful? No, it won't be much helpful. Why? Because in villages there are still people who are deprived of having a television. In such a situation my entire advertising campaign can go for a big loss. If I want to enter into villages, okay, I have to select a media like radio, or I have to select the demonstration form of advertising, so that it has more or major impact on the customer. I can have a wide range of customer using that media. Okay, so that's it when it comes to importance of product positioning. Next now we go is the positioning strategies. अभी company कौन से positioning strategies use करते हैं in order to stick in the mind of the customer or create place in the mind of the customer. First is price, positioning by price. By my company offers these price, my company always offers reduced price, my company is offering discounted price, my company is offering you high price, but again they are not compromising on quality. So they are using a tool, positioning that is done through with the help of price. The second strategy is used as positioning by quality. Like for example, as I said just now, I gave you an example of Bangur Cement, that they never compromise on quality. That is what their tagline says. Sasta nahi, par sabse acha. This means what? We are not compromising on price, but we are definitely providing you the quality product. Okay. Next positioning is against the competitor. The way I told you about the Surf Excel and the Tide, against the competitor. But ये Tide competitor को दिखाता है, Surf Excel Tide को दिखाता है. Again they are positioning each other against each other. Okay. Positioning by benefit. Certain companies showcase the benefit of their product. Like for example, Fair and Lovely. Fair and Lovely लगाने से product positioning on the basis of benefit, that is the example which I was giving was of Fair and Lovely. Fair and Lovely tried to portray or showcase that using Fair and Lovely in 1 week's time you will be actually fairer. Okay, so they are showcasing that the benefit that you can get by using the Fair and Lovely product. The next positioning is by the user. Like user are they basically the endorsements which have been done by the celebrities. They try to do the positioning with the help of the celebrities. Like by Revital Dhoni खाता है, Revital के tablets सलमान खान खाता है. So these are basically the users, the user of the particular product. अरे यार सलमान खाता है तो मैं क्यों नहीं खा सकता, या मुझे भी खाना चाहिए, या धोनी खा रहा है तो मैं भी खा सकता हूँ. Boost is the secret of my energy. This is what Sachin Tendulkar always focus on. Yes, so they are trying to showcase, differentiate their product by showcasing or positioning by the user who are using these kind of products. Then the next is positioning by cultural symbol. Cultural symbol, as I said, are nothing but the values, ideologies which have been followed by a particular culture. Okay, like for example, when you talk about MDH masala, they show this Rajasthani females. Okay, so basically in Rajasthan these masalas are being made in Rajasthan by these export people, and then they also use it and they are really happy so that basically they are showcasing that yeah वो लोग भी खा रहे हैं, वो लोग बना रहे हैं, वो लोग use कर रहे हैं, and with that all traditional method. If you see that एक pond जैसा होता है, एक छोटा सा ऐसा vessel जैसा होता है जिसके अंदर वो बड़ा लकड़ा होता है, मिर्ची ऐसे कूट के उसके अंदर बनाया जाता है. That is a traditional format, okay, of Rajasthani people or Gujarat people, which still they use for making that MDH masala. So that is nothing but a cultural touch, okay, which is given to a product. So positioning on the basis of cultural symbol. Similarly, we have certain other positioning by product class. Product class, like for example, Mercedes is a class. Mercedes is a company where the product is being targeting to a certain class of population, okay, class of people. So these are the positioning strategies which have been used by the various companies. I have given you majority examples of the companies, so you can mention that also in your exams. Okay, quickly again to recap, what are the questions that we did till now? That was, what is MIS, that the concept of MIS, component of MIS, essentials of good MIS. Okay, then we did was marketing research, what is marketing research, and features and the process of marketing research. Then we saw what is consumer behavior, a detail or a brief of consumer behavior, and the business factors affecting consumer behavior. Okay, next was that is the cultural and the etc factors. Then we saw the buying process, the buying decision process, how the customer go for buying a product, that is the identifying first the need, gathering the information, evaluating option, purchase decision, and post purchase behavior. Finally, after that we saw what is market segmentation, basis of market segmentation, that is geographic, demographic, sociographic, etc. Then we saw niche marketing, that is marketing to a small group of customers along with the advantages and disadvantages. And finally what we saw was product positioning, that is what is product positioning, the features of product positioning, features or importance you can say rather, and lastly the strategies used by the companies in order to create a position in the mind of the customers. The various different strategies were discussed just now. Okay, so that's it from unit 2. Further we'll continue with unit 3 in the next session.